Welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. And I am your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Deuce the Barber.
Kush down here in the building as always.
And today in the building, we got my man, comedian, Mr. Trey Elliot.
What's happening, people? Trey,
Good with it, bro.
Kush, what's the deal, baby?
Thanks for coming through to kick it with us, bro.
Nah, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, first of all, we just to let you know, we always start our show off with a prayer, saying thanks to God for waking us up today and just allowing everybody to make it through their week. You know what I'm saying? And just allowing us to be here today. So, let's give a shout out to God and thank you and an amen.
Amen to that.
Amen.
All right, and now, and guess what else? We also start each and every.
And guess what else?
Hey, what else? We got surprises.
We always start our show off with a shot.
Oh, okay.
So, I've actually already poured your shot up.
They already poured this shot.
So we're gonna say salute to you.
Salute. We on some cognac tonight.
Salute.
We on the cognac today.
Bang.
Cognac.
Woo. So now usually I'm able to get information and bios and things like that on my guests, but Trey and I had a little complication and breakdown, so I didn't get any of that. So this is gonna be a real raw, uncut show.
But I do know that Trey is from Jersey, where Deuce is from. Now I mean, Trey is from Jersey. Tell them what part of Jersey?
I'm from Plainfield in Edison, New Jersey. So born in Plainfield and raised between Edison and Plainfield. So
Right. How far is that from Camden?
about 2 hours.
No, it ain't, nigga.
About an hour and a half.
Good. I'm about to say like 2 hours. I'm about to say, God damn, nigga. But the thing is, people think that Jersey is a small ass state. You know what I mean? But you do have the east and west side of north and south. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it take a little bit of time. To get
how long does it take to drive from Jersey? Like let's say east to west or west to east.
Okay, so anywhere between like 45 minutes to an hour.
East and west ain't the issue. It's
it's north and south, east and west.
Okay,
sometimes you got to go north to go east. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to go north to go west.
On that turnpike.
Yeah,
that turnpike.
Exactly. It's that turnpike. So for me, coming from Camden, going to like New York, it probably take me like an hour and 15 minutes, hour 20.
This nigga's going 90 miles an hour, 120.
But coming from Camden to Philly, it's like 5 minutes.
5 minutes is right.
So coming from like Plainfield to New York is what?
An hour.
Yeah. See, that's coming from the east side.
It's like in the middle of Jersey or
central northernish. So
east side is.
So really, like where I'm from, I'm close to North. I'm about 25 to 30 minutes from North.
Yeah,
right.
Depending on the traffic, whatever. And then to get to the city, it'll take me about an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they call people. When you go to Manhattan, they say I'm going to the city.
Going to the city.
Exactly. I'm going to the city. I ain't going to New York. I'm going to the city. All 5 boroughs. They're like, I ain't going to Manhattan. I'm going to the city. Or I ain't going downtown. I'm going to the city.
I didn't take much advantage of the city growing up. Like, I didn't start going to New York really until I was like an adult. You know what I mean? When I wasn't even living in Jersey no more. I went to actually New York more as an adult than I did, when I was growing up.
But you want to know, a lot of people when they growing up in certain like hoods and shit like that, they don't see a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Basically growing up, it's like, all right, I'm here, like I'm go to these surrounding cities. Like this is where everything is happening. I don't need to go there.
So that actually brings me to a question. So what was it like for you growing up? I mean, did you grow up like in the hood? Did you grow up with both parents? You know what I'm saying? Like what was it like?
Ain't nobody grow up with both parents. For me, it was kind of it was kind of like not strange. It was cool how I grew up. So I grew up in this hood called Potter's Crossing. Potter's Crossing. Shout out to Pam from Total. She's from Potter's Crossing, New Jersey. Okay. So Edison, New Jersey was a real rich town, and they had one project, and I grew up in that project,
one project,
and it's called Potter's Crossing. Now, but here's the thing: my mom and my grandmother both lived in the projects there, just on different streets. Mm-hmm. Once my mom got remarried. I mean, we started off in a little house in Plainfield, but, mom got divorced, whatever, so boom, we in the projects. Then once my mom got remarried, when I was like 9, we moved back to Plainfield in a nice big house, but the school systems were bad in Plainfield. Oh, wow. So I still stayed with my grandmother in the hood in order to go to the best school.
To that school. Wow.
So Monday through.
So it was like I'm going to the hood to stay in the good school, but I'm going to the good neighborhood to go to the bad school.
Yeah. So Monday through Thursday, I'm living in the hood in Potters, and then on Friday night, my mom will come pick me up, and then I'll stay in a nice house Friday, Saturday. Then I'm back at my grandmother's on Sunday.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
so like you like a mama's boy, like mama.
Well, I guess I was. I guess I was a mama's boy and a grandmama's boy. You know, I have an older sister, 3 years older than me. So we were very close. We were a close knit family. You know what I mean? And but my grandmother really, my grandmother was like really on me. Like she loved me to death. You know what I mean? Like to the point to where it was annoying. You know, like that grandmother. You know
I mean, and you don't realize that until you get older.
Yeah. And then my mom was cool. My mom was young. You know what I mean? So my mom was like, I had a cool mother. And then my stepfather, I ain't really care for my stepfather at first, but then, it was
after a while, I was like, this nigga won't be here. So like I might as well start fucking liking this
my
nigga.
stepdad was older. So, old men, they always grouchy. And
yeah.
He just trying to get some young ass. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at him now. Rest in peace. But I see what he was doing there. You know what I mean?
At a young age, you know what I mean? You looking at this nigga like, who the fuck is old nigga? You know what I mean?
But he got a young chick, my mother. You know what I'm saying? He winning, actually. You know what I mean? He was winning.
Mom, so I call him dad. Like, I ain't call this nigga dad. Man. That nigga.
So now I did find out though that you went to Clark in Atlanta.
Clark Atlanta University, man. So after high school, moved to the A, man, and 98. I was there from 98. I left in 03, so I was in Atlanta from 98 to 03, man, where I was in Atlanta when Atlanta was the shit.
Almost.
No.
Almost.
You right.
What y'all mean by that?
Let me take that back.
He was in Atlanta before 2000, and after 2000 is when the Ray Lewis murder happened, and after Ray Lewis murder happened, that's when Atlanta was not Atlanta the same.
Okay, and see, I thought you was going to say something about Freaknik.
Oh, no, you way past Freaknik.
So, you right, I was way past.
Way past
so
It was just a year past Freaknik.
No, he's
there
not.
You go.
Right?
No, he's absolutely right.
No, not. You're a year past them throwing the party that was called Freaknik. He's 4 years past the last good Freaknik.
I kicked it with you at Freaknik. 96, 97,
right,
and 98. 98 was the last one.
98 was the last. See,
but yeah,
98 is when we had the accident on. I mean, no, 97 we had the accident.
96 or 97 we had that accident. That was earlier.
Anyway,
I'm checking. No, he's right.
No, I know. Because I was there for, nigga, 93 is my first.
See, I got there.
That was Freaknik, nigga. That was the city just.
Well, your first one is always the cherry popper.
I never made them. When I got there in 98, it was just a whole bunch of niggas looking for the Freaknik.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't the same no more. Where the traffic jam at,
so you
nigga?
graduated high school in 98 then?
I graduated high school in 98.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Started college in August of 98. Was no more Freaknik was a rat.
Yeah.
It was this whole bunch of these niggas like...
last Freaknik, the last Freaknik was 98. And shit, we flew down to that Freaknik.
I'm about to say, what was y'all doing in the A? Y'all was just going
Kush lived down there.
Especially in Kansas City.
I grew up down there.
Okay,
I grew up partially down there.
Okay.
So then, small world, basically, his best friend Brandon is cousins with one of my very close friend Rashad, and they came down to do the Freaknik situation, so we was all hanging. And me and him been, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I didn't see him till I came back out here when I moved out here in 2002.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was still fam, niggas connected, like everything was everything, we was good.
Yeah.
And then life happened again, and I ain't see this nigga again until he started cutting in my barbershop. And he been my barber ever since. I walked in the door and we literally looked at each other like, Trey, Karen, oh my God, my nigga.
Can I get a cut? Shit.
Can I get a cut? Listen, I have been going to Intercut off and on for probably like 2-3 years. So I had been to Dion, I think I had been to G, and I had been to Ali one time. And Trey walked in there and I swear to God, I have not switched barbers since.
Yeah, that nigga, he came to me, I was like, yo, bro, I'm new. I don't want to start no shit.
Right.
You been going to these niggas, you better stay good.
I like, fuck that.
He won't faithful to nobody.
I like, fuck that. I known you for some nigga, you're my barber from here on out. That's what it is.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Bang, bang.
And so how did you get to LA? Were you doing comedy before you came to LA?
Yeah, I actually started comedy in Atlanta. And to be honest, I only did 2 shows in Atlanta. One of them shows I got booed.
How old were you?
Hold on. What venues?
Uptown Comedy
Both?
Corner. No, the first one.
What's the second
It was
one?
on Peachtree Street.
Now I know where you at.
Now this one is
how
on
old were
Marietta
you?
Street. 22. 21 going on 22.
What year was this? 98?
Nah, this was 2000. I didn't start comedy till 2002.
We did Uptown once. We was the musical guest. That nigga Earthquake was the host. Nigga, he roasted my cousin. Nigga.
Yeah, Shawty was hosting, man.
Yeah.
So the first time I did it,
I'm about to say, tell us about your first experience.
first time I did it, it was cool because I'm practicing in the living room with my roommates. Everybody coming over, I'm practicing everything good. They niggas laughing. I'm like, this gonna go good. First show was cool because everybody came to support me. Then I went back that next week. And didn't nobody come. I said I just want to go by myself and just see what's what. And they booed the shit out of me.
Why they actually booed?
Oh
you?
yeah, I got booed, man. It was
Atlanta is brutal.
Yeah, nah, I got booed, bruh. And after that, I end up moving. I didn't move because of the boo. I moved.
I'm out of the hang. Fuck
Completely,
y'all.
not completely.
Like, fuck all y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna know I got booed.
I just moved. Circumstances, life. And my son's mother was living in Maryland at the time, so I was like, all right, well let's make this family work. So I moved to Maryland, not knowing that Maryland in DC had a dope comedy scene. Okay. So I went to Jillian's. It used to be called Jillian's, it's now Dave and Buster's, and they had like this dope comedy night, and that's why when I
They had a
moved to
Jillian's
Maryland,
in Philly too.
Yeah. And so then
The bowling alley?
yeah,
No. It's like
Dave and
Dave and Buster's, nigga,
But they
but
just
it's
changed
a
the
different name.
name.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because we had Jillian's up there at Universal.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
a
it was the
bowling
same
alley.
thing. Same
Okay.
shit.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, and so then DC, Maryland is where I really honed my skills as a comedian. And when I really started indulging in the comedy game and really like going to open mics 5-6 days a week, really like putting that time in. And it started off rough for about, I would say close to a year. It started off rough.
Yeah.
That was a long start. But I just kept doing it, kept going back.
I mean, like you can't give up, and especially if you think that that's your passion. And then, I mean, when you came up there and you finally got like the whole show to laugh, how you wanted them to laugh, is that when you was like, you want to know what? This is, yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about it, I knew this is what I wanted to do even before that. Because
I was gonna ask you, like, what sparked your interest? Say, you know what, I'm gonna give this a shot.
I had people and friends and people in my circle that said, hey, I tried stand up. They were funny. Like, yeah, man, I did this open mic. I was like, shit. It's like, if you could do it, I could do it. Right. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to try it. And then that's what made me try it. And then somebody dared me at work to try it. So with the combination of all of that, that's what made me do it. And then even when I moved to Maryland and it was rough, it was just such a close-knit comedy community family. We all supported each other. So we all got each other's numbers. And like, yo, you going to this open mic? Yo, they got open mic here. Yo, they got open mic there. So it was just like after work. Yeah, I fell into the loop, man. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with trying to figure out how this thing work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I tried comedy a while back. That was years ago. I did pretty good, and I thought the dude, he started hating on me.
Okay.
But at the time, I didn't know shit about comedy. I didn't know where to go.
You just got up there.
I called places, and they was like, yeah, you got to come in for an audition for our open mic. I'm like,
man, fuck
work.
it.
I don't got shit,
Like, I'm funny, nigga.
I honestly, I keep thinking about trying to do it again. I don't know.
I tell this to everybody. I think everybody should do a set at least once in their life. And that's real talk.
This nigga Trey, the co-host, the nigga Trey, the co-host, he got good ideas. And a lot of comedians coming to the barbershop.
Yeah.
Just straight barbershop talk. You know how the barbershop is. Know what I mean? It just be a lot of funny shit going on. There's been a lot of comedians that came in there and heard this nigga say some shit and like, nigga, I'm using that. Know what I mean? Do you mind? You know what I mean? Then like other people come back like, yo, nigga, remember shit we was talking about in the barbershop the other day? Nigga, this nigga said that shit word for word. So I could see this dude doing that shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, definitely getting up there and doing it.
Is hilarious.
Yeah, you around a lot of comedians, man. All y'all niggas are. I mean, G, then like you said, at the barbershop, everybody coming there. The key to the game is just consistency.
Right.
And not giving up, yo.
Consistency specifically at what?
Just get
exactly.
Like you.
I mean,
see,
whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah. The thing about comedy, people are scared to take them L's.
Right.
People don't want to take that L on stage. That's where you're gonna know, like, okay, I'm built for this or I'm not built for this.
Right.
Because there's been times I got booed, and I was so embarrassed to leave, but too embarrassed to stay. So I was just stuck in the middle. Like,
I think in the bathroom. Like, should I piss or should I shit?
Yeah. I was just like, I can't leave because they're gonna know they got me. I don't want to stay because I like motherfuckers is looking at me, and it was always a nigga like. Man, I remember this one particular nigga, man. He would come to the shows and he was like, man, you just might want to try something else, bro. Like, you just don't got it. But then after every show was always one white lady that would be like, you're funny to me. You're funny to me. Right. So that one white lady just kept me.
You know what?
She kept me.
I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to the white audience. Fuck y'all niggas.
Yeah, bro.
So how do you process the L's that you take?
I just take it to the chin, man. I just take it to the chin and I learn from it. I say, all right, well, that joke didn't work, so let me try it this way. And I remember the first joke that I did that got the best laugh. And then once I figured that joke out, shit started going uphill from there. And that very first joke I ever did that got the good laugh was, clap it up. I'm a brand new father. I just had a son.
Oh, congrats.
And then the audience started cracking. Then I'd be like, at that time he was like 3. I'd be like, he's 3. And then everybody, you know what I mean? That was the very first joke that got the big laugh. So I opened every show with that joke. And then from that point on, the rest of my show would go pretty good because I hit them with that so hard. But prior to that, I didn't have an opener.
Right.
So I just go up there like, and I'm just trying to just let my natural funny come out.
Right.
But they not really receiving it. You know what I mean?
You got to hit them with that uppercut.
I hit them with that good uppercut. Yeah. Now I got them open. Right. Now they vulnerable. Now they ready to listen to what I got to say. And then I'm just hitting them with the little stuff that you know what I mean?
Because that's the one thing I noticed about comedy is that you have to like gauge your audience and then come out and hit them with a joke that's probably most relatable to that everybody in the crowd can feel. Mm-hmm. And then once you get them on your side, like you said, then it's easy pickings from there, right?
It's like calling the audible, man. Yeah, it's like, football, you're a quarterback. So you might be like, yo, I'm about to say this, that. And you get out there, you be like, that's a whole bunch of 60-year-old white mom. That's they go. They ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. So then I hit them with this, and that's in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I've been doing comedy for 16 years now, so I'm pretty I'm pretty dope as far as knowing what to do, and I can even material that you wouldn't think wouldn't work for your audience. I'm comfortable enough to hit them. Right. Like I don't really. Pick a lot of my material anymore based off the crowd. I bring them into my world.
Into your world. No, I mean, it's kind of like if you don't like it, fuck you. I mean, like somebody likes this.
By the time though you get to 16 years and you have a long list of jokes, there's jokes that you know how to re-present differently than you might have originally written them and still get that joke across in their way of understanding it and get them to laugh.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, like, that's the audible right there is you adjust on the fly with, you can still adjust on the fly with jokes that you gon' use, and it might tank if you present it like this.
Exactly.
But if you flip it like this, they're totally gonna get it.
Now they're gonna get it. Yeah, man. Okay. And that's the beauty of it. That's what keeps you going because you don't know what's gonna happen at night. You just like, all right, this is another challenge.
Yeah. You wanna know, so you being a comedian, a successful comedian, and doing what you're doing, and the now of time of age that it is with social media, and comedians aren't really getting the shine that they really would want to get, but now there's social media going on, and everybody's doing like sketches and short jokes and shit like that. Like, how do you feel about this? And are you on that same wave? And if you are, then why?
All right, so I ain't gonna lie. When the whole social media thing popped off, and I sound like one of them old niggas. Like,
as a comedian, no. You sound like a veteran comedian.
Yeah, I was like, because they started just putting comedian in front of everybody. I was like, this is not stand-up comedy. They're not comedians. Yeah. And at this time, we didn't really even have a name for them. Right. We was just like they
Instagram
just,
shit.
Yeah, they just and even before Instagram with the what was it?
The
Vine and all. We was just like that. They're not comedians. They're just people doing funny shit. Yeah. Like for like 6 seconds now.
And they're getting the buzz.
But can people consider themselves a comedian without being a stand-up comic?
Yes. Now yes. Yeah. But at first,
if you're funny.
But at first.
Yeah, but at first I didn't think that, but now I had to adjust even mentally. Right. Like, all right, they can be comedians. There's different type of comedians.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You got stand up, and you got I guess now
social media comedians.
But I have not ever looked up the definition of a comedian, and that's what I'm going to do because I really want to know. I don't hate, and I think it's a dope movement, and it's a lot of social media people that I think are hilarious. Yeah. And I'm looking at them like, yo, they're funny. They're funny. Yeah. It pisses me off because a lot of shit I see these niggas doing, I used to do, and this is my struggle. I'll be 38 in December. You know, I think we all a bunch of old,
I'll be 42 next week.
Young old niggas.
I ain't even gonna tell.
In this world,
yo, I was doing all of that shit in my 20s.
Yeah.
In college, wilding out.
We just didn't have the means.
We just didn't have
anybody to see it.
Outlet.
Yeah, we didn't have the means.
Right. So now my mental state. I'm like, yo, I'm not even mentally there to even do some of the shit.
Right.
And it ain't that I don't want to.
But it taps into you, and taps to your old. So you be like, nigga, I was doing that.
I'm too
Damn,
old for
why
that
the
shit.
fuck?
Yeah.
I get it.
And I hate it because I really like dog.
You like
I
to hate
want
it.
my Instagram followers to get nigga, I'm struggling to get to 4,000.
You sit up there looking like, yo, this motherfucking nigga, my shit is way funnier, but this nigga got like 2 million followers doing the shit that I talked about 10 years ago.
But then on the flip side, even when I look at like y'all videos and stuff like that, the Barbershop, those joints are funny.
Right.
They're scenario based.
Yeah.
So to me, like, y'all not even saying we're comedian. Y'all just took y'all regular everyday environment and brought it to light because I got a bald head and I go to the barbershop once a week.
Yeah.
Just for them to cut me and do the bit. I really don't got to go to the barbershop.
Exactly.
But I love the environment and whatever. And you guys just brought all the funny shit to light. I've done a few of y'all videos, man.
Of course, yeah.
And I have a ball, but the thing was a lot of social media people started disrespecting comedians and started thinking they were better, started thinking this boom,
because they have the followers.
And it's like, humble yourself. You know what I mean?
I know you be like, I know you do sketches, but I will fuck you up.
Right.
Nigga, don't think shit is funny.
Yeah, they started getting whatever, man. But I got nothing but love for a lot of them cats. Jahan, Redo, all those cats are funny. You know, you guys put some funny shit out, man. I still laugh at the what's up. I even took some of my comedy bits and implemented it to y'all in the videos, man. So now I'm on board, man. It's much props, much respect. You know what I mean, to everybody in the game.
I just honestly think, you know, it's the new wave.
Yeah.
And you gotta ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? If you don't ride the wave, you're gonna wipe out. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, like jump on it, do everything you could do because this is the new thing. If you think you're funny, if you have sketches, or if or you're a comedian, you know, like I would advise comedians to make all their sketches into actual videos.
It's like the show that we got right now.
Just like the Laugh My Laugh Track. I mean, because it's like, it's already your shit.
Yeah.
So can't nobody say you stole it from somebody. It's just like, yo, I'm just bringing my shit to life.
So you on laugh my.
I'm on Laugh My Laugh Tracks.
Yeah, he's on Laugh My Laugh Tracks.
Yeah, I started the premiere. I did the premiere.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, Trey. I really appreciate that. Trey Dice.
He, you know, I was on a premiere for the first season. They got an echo with this one.
Fuck all y'all.
But it was a dope concept, man. It was a dope concept. But the funny part about even that show, Laugh My Laugh Tracks, you know, Woody the Great started doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But we had ours out first.
So it was like,
platform.
But he had the bigger platform.
I thought Charles was more of a better platform.
Well,
nah.
Woody, because he took Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle's and shit like that and did it.
Yeah.
So, but people don't know that Bob Sumner and Laugh Mob actually started that back in the day. Our first videos we had with Tiffany Haddish and myself and all that before we even got the TV show on True TV, man. Right. So it just goes to show you how still the social media.
It was like,
you know what I mean? It popped off. Somebody was like, man, Laugh My Laugh Tracks did copy what Woody did. And I was like,
no. Like I know he was like, y'all motherfuckers don't know.
Yeah. But I'm my goal for 2019, man, is to get to 5,000 followers.
So look,
everybody Nobody fucking follows Trey Elliot.
People to follow anybody that follow us at all. Follow my man
Please.
Trey Elliot. Let's get him to
goddamn.
5,000 by the end of this week.
Nigga, let's get him to 10,000, goddamn it. I mean, this nigga's funny as shit. Y'all missing out, man. Like, goddamn.
That's funny. So, damn, I had something in mind I wanted to say.
What you wanted to talk about, nigga?
These niggas just got finished smoking outside. Now they
It ain't even.
Now, do you have a favorite sports? Do you have a favorite football team?
Oh man, I'm a Giants fan. I hate to say it.
Ooh.
Yeah, hate to say it.
Did y'all win today?
Nah, we lost. The Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints.
He is
anyway.
Yeah,
from North Jersey.
Hey, listen.
Oh yeah, my homeboy looking right now is a huge Eagle fan.
Oh
Albie.
my God.
Yeah, Eagles in the building.
But I will say this about the Giants though. Y'all kept the Saints in check enough that because the nigga I'm playing had in fantasy has Drew Brees as his quarterback, and that nigga did shit.
That nigga don't give a fuck about that. That nigga care about the win, nigga. Fuck your fantasy.
Nigga, I'm just saying thank you for their team for playing defense. They lost,
But they still
but
lost.
they helped me out.
That nigga said, fuck the NFL, nigga. I'm talking about me.
You know, no, being a Giants fan has been a
Painful.
love-hate.
Painful.
You know, because
Depressing.
I've stuck by the Giants through thick and thin. And, you know, even when people counted the Giants out, we were winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, we was like 9-7 winning the
Y'all shit
winning
was
the Super Bowl.
y'all shit was
The only
if
time-
y'all make it to the
only-
playoffs, y'all could be a problem.
The
Right.
only
That's what it
time
was for a while.
I've ever wanted to gamble on the Super Bowl was when the Giants beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
I had money on the Giants.
I couldn't
only time I've
I
ever
couldn't
wanted to
find a
put money-
bookie in the world at that
Dude,
time. I would
nigga,
have like 1,000.
My dog, me and you both.
I
would've
listen,
won
I had 1,000
big.
and I
Trey,
was like,
Catch
dude,
Tyree
Trey,
Dean on his helmet.
I'm a Bears fan.
Ah, shit.
No
Yeah.
one cares.
Exactly,
No
nigga.
one
You know how much
You've been a
shit? You know
Bear
how much
fan
shit?
since Brian Urlacher.
Nigga, I've been a Bears fan since fucking '84.
Damn.
No one cares.
So, like, nigga, like,
Yeah.
I've been through some shit. A lot of shit talking in the barbershop. A lot of it.
Yeah.
And then, but now we got Khalil Mack
Fuck him too.
from the Raiders,
Right.
and he's showing exactly what the fuck he supposed to be doing, bro.
I knew the Giants was gonna be some bullshit this year when they gave ODB. I said ODB.
ODB,
Odell
old dirty
Beckham.
bastard.
Oh, dirty.
When they gave Odell all that money. When they gave Odell all that money, I said they about to be some shit this year.
Whenever anybody get a whole lot of money, they gonna be some
They're
shit.
gonna be some bullshit.
Matt
you know?
Ryan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I
Fuck
mean,
the Falcons.
Odell. Now, I mean,
Quarterback from the Ravens.
nigga, the coach from the Flacco,
Flacco, yeah.
Now, I mean,
Coach from the
the
Raiders.
coach from the
About to
Raiders,
say the coach of the Raiders.
Chucky,
You gotta
nigga,
carry
like
that
all
over,
these
nigga.
niggas. Now, I mean, when they give them the bread, nigga, they're not good anymore.
And that's in any sport.
Any
Remember when they
sport.
gave Allen Houston all that money?
Yeah.
You a Knicks fan too?
nigga, I'm a Chiefs fan.
I'm a
about to say-
LeBron fan.
Okay, I'm
There
about
you
to
go.
say
I'm a
poor
LeBron
bastard.
fan too.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm a
they-
Chiefs fan. Do you remember when they gave Larry Johnson all that money? That nigga, I tell you, nigga, listen, that nigga had 3 yards the whole goddamn season.
Yeah.
That
But
nigga,
I would do that. You know, if you give me a lot of money, I'm like, all right. But
Thank
see,
you.
football ain't guaranteed though.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. He done got hurt first game and shit.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
that nigga was
guaranteed
balling.
money.
He was balling
He
today.
got hurt the
Yeah.
day after he got guaranteed.
But Aaron Rodgers improved himself time
He's
after
worth guaranteed
time
money.
after time. He's definitely worth that guarantee.
That nigga need to.
I picked up
Odell Beckham wasn't, and I'm an Odell Beckham fan. Was he worth all that money?
No, listen.
I don't think so.
Listen. We have made Odell Beckham is a great receiver.
Yeah.
Great athlete.
He made a great catch.
But listen,
that made him a great
for my
receiver.
Eagle fan out there, for the last 2 years, we have made Odell Beckham seem like he's the greatest receiver off of one fucking catch.
Exactly.
One catch.
Odell is a
catch, nigga.
Odell
That ain't
is a
done
great
since.
receiver because he caught a dope
That
one
nigga
hand
caught
catch.
a ball with one
Hey,
hand,
listen,
and
that's
niggas
it,
think
nigga.
this nigga is
He's
super receiver
caught-
ever since. He done had
He keep getting
some
broke the
games.
fuck up.
Check
He's
it
a
out.
Nah, son,
listen,
that
man.
nigga's not
Check it out.
Antonio
Listen.
Brown, son.
Homo thug.
Listen, and this is where sometimes we go
Odell
wrong.
Beckham.
Sometimes this is where we go wrong. That one catch probably brought more attention to the Giants than they had in years.
It didn't bring. Listen,
Let me finish.
Fuck
Just
attention.
let me finish.
Where the
Time out,
W's at?
nigga, let me finish.
He a fan.
him finish.
Where the
Nigga,
W's at?
Can I finish?
Yes.
Okay. That one catch also started filling up more seats. That one catch started selling jersey sales for fucking Odell Beckham and so forth and so
Yo,
on.
Trey.
Let me finish, nigga. So my point being is, if this nigga, listen, if this nigga is making the NFL money, then yes, he deserves his
NFL.
fucking money.
Hey, Trey.
Now,
Fuck
the NFL.
let
He
me
talking about the
finish.
fan
Let me
perspective.
finish.
Hey,
Now,
Trey.
listen. Now, as a fan, you want that nigga to produce and you want
That's
some
all I
W's.
was gonna
You know
ask.
what I'm saying?
That's all I was gonna ask.
He asked me, the question he asked us was, did he deserve all the money? And if you bring in revenue to that fucking team and to the NFL, yes, goddamn it, you deserve the money.
Well,
He did. I mean, he did take a long way around, but it makes sense.
I will say this, and it does make 100% of sense, but if you're from the upper East Coast, you know how that shit goes, and there's a very, very harsh swinging pendulum with that shit. This year, if this nigga don't produce, they will not like this
No,
nigga.
they're gonna turn their back on him.
And they will turn their back on him, and them jerseys won't sell, and next year the tickets won't be
the
there,
Eagles
and
got
you
the-
still
guess
gotta
what?
pay that
The
nigga.
Eagles
Odell
got
won't
the
give a
rudest
fuck.
fans in the world.
Oh, nigga,
The
I'm an
Eagles-
Eagle
the
fan,
Eagles don't
nigga,
give
and
a
yes,
fuck.
nigga, we rude as fuck with our football shit. Fuck that
But
shit.
guess what?
These niggas
Odell
threw
ain't gonna
snow
give a
at-
fuck because
at-
he's
at-
He
already
won't give a
got
fuck
the money.
right, and that's the point. So when
That
you
motherfucker
ask if
Santa
he's
Claus.
worth the
But see,
money,
listen.
long term, you don't know
A
that.
lot of times the money is not, you're not getting paid the money for the future. You getting compensated for what you've already done.
And if
When
that's
let-
the
let me
case for
finish.
him,
Let
then
me
he
finish.
definitely
When you
ain't
was-
worth the money.
When you was on that rookie contract, you know what I'm saying? When you wasn't really making it and you was grinding and you doing all these fantastic things and you
Yeah.
putting asses and seats out in that motherfucker. So then when it comes contract time, you negotiating, but you negotiating based on your past performance.
I like
so
that.
a lot of the times them niggas
I like
getting
that.
paid on
I like that.
what they done
I like
already
that.
I
done.
like that.
I like
but-
that concept.
I like that. But
You know what I'm
in
saying?
in all sports, the end result comes down to one thing: winning and losing. That's it. Seats and all of that shit is good, but winning and losing is what ultimately fills seats and sells jerseys and shit. Is whether or not you win and lose.
I agree.
And at the end of the day, that nigga don't win all the time. That's it.
Hey, man,
That's just
listen.
my opinion.
It's like
He
this.
don't win all the time.
It's a 11-man sport.
It's
When you're
a-
trying.
You're
listen,
right.
on
and
either
Eli is
side
getting
of the ball,
clobbered
it's
right now.
11 men.
Eli,
You know what I'm saying?
Eli is
So-
getting clobbered, and it's not.
Eli-
his fault
I mean,
that
I
Eli
will say
win.
this, though.
It's
I
the
mean-
Lions'
fucking
fault.
terrible.
Lions' fault.
Mahomes is doing good
Eli's
for Kansas City, Trey. Mahomes is doing good.
He's doing great.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
looks-
I mean,
he looks
but,
phenomenal.
but we all know how Kansas City do. Once they start doing good, the people get the feed on them, and then they start fucking up towards the end. How do you feel y'all gonna do this year?
I'm gonna
because
tell you
now
like
you
this. Like
say
real,
some shit
real,
every
real.
year.
Super
no,
Bowl
no,
or
no,
bust.
no. Realistically, because I've been skeptical the whole time going into the season.
You didn't even think y'all was gonna make the playoffs.
Trey be nervous,
I
nigga.
didn't-
I know
He
be
didn't know
nervous.
how he was gonna do it.
because
You're
it
a
was
what
like
fan?
this. I'm a Chiefs fan.
Okay,
He a Chiefs fan.
So it's like this. It's like going into the season, nigga, we fucking just tore up our fucking defense. So I knew they were going to be trash. Right. Now, I was not expecting Mahomes' great start like he has. Like, you know, I knew he was good, you know what I'm saying, based off of the one start he had last year. The things I hear about people talk about college, because if you know me, I really don't watch a lot of college football.
I'm not,
Or college sports, period. So like I was skeptical. Now, this is what I do know, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm still nervous because the first game that we get off to, that we don't get off to that great start where we like 21-0, 28-0, nigga,
That
it's gonna be a dogfight, and that defense is really gonna be put to the test because that defense already has led a lot of teams back into the fucking game already.
Yeah.
And luckily for us,
Y'all
we've
game
had a
do
big
be
enough
behind.
lead that they
win.
didn't really
Right.
affect us because our niggas still came out. He put one more up or two more up. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, yes, we have a phenomenal offense. Yes, I'm extremely excited about the quarterback. But at the same time, nigga, that defense is fucking terrible. So
gonna be a
it's
problem.
I
AFC
feel like
football, though,
I honestly feel like it's gonna be 2003 all over for us again. If you a Chiefs fan, do you know 2003 we had Trent Green, Priest Holmes. We was one of the top offenses in the league.
Oh, yeah.
And at the same time, we had the worst
Who beat y'all
defense in
though?
the
But
league.
who beat y'all that?
That year in the playoffs,
Yeah.
we lost to fucking Indianapolis Colts,
yeah.
and they cheated us really because it was again that game. Listen, let me finish. That game was a shootout, my nigga, and they called.
How much was y'all up by?
No, listen. It was a
No,
tie
no. How
game.
much was
That
y'all up
was
by?
back. That's
It was it was a tie game, bro.
27 points.
Listen, no, actually, I think we were down by
25 points.
4 or something like that. So
4
anyway,
touchdowns.
nigga, shut the fuck up. Anyway, we was down by like 4. Nigga, we on the final drive, and I never forget, nigga, they called a pass interference on Tony Gonzalez. Offensive pass interference on a touchdown in the end zone.
You don't do that. That's a violation. You don't do that.
It's a violation, bro. And
That's just like calling a foul in the NBA or that
so,
game
on Michael Jordan.
That's like calling a foul on a 3-pointer at the end of the game. That's the last time. Something nice happened.
So again with the Chiefs, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited about what they doing, but at the same time, I'm still sitting on edge. Like that defense is so terrible. I just don't believe. So if we make a Super Bowl, hey,
that's how I feel about the Eagles. The Eagles right now, Carson Wentz just came back. They looking so on that offense, but our defense looks like trash right now. Our defense is pie. Them niggas is giving up points.
Eagles ain't winning again. Nah. You know, that was a one-time thing.
They'll win again. They're just, the thing about it is real unrealistic for any football fan outside of Tom Brady, outside of the Patriots, to expect a repeat performance.
And the Dallas Cowboys back in the day.
The Dallas Cowboys is in the 90s. That ain't even back in the game.
Back in the day.
That ain't even back. That's back in the day.
That was in the 90s. That was in the 90s.
Here's a fact. Every last one of you niggas here have been alive to see your team win a Super Bowl, except for me.
Yeah, you're right.
The Chiefs ain't won a Super Bowl since like 63 or 64 or some shit like that.
So what's that telling you?
It means I need to see a fucking Super Bowl.
That mean y'all.
So wait.
Shut the fuck up. Guess what? The last time your team went to the Super Bowl, they lost. So guess what? You still hold that anger inside.
Okay, but when the last time y'all?
At least I've never seen it.
Guess when y'all been there?
Become a Bears fan.
That's the same shit I asked.
Because they won in '85.
Okay, so
on the bandwagon.
So listen, I mean, we all old nigga. I mean, so I started playing football. And I was born in 77, so I started playing football in 84 when I was 7 years old. Back then, you know what I'm saying, the Bears were real good. They had a good downfield, you know what I mean, hard-hitting team. I played running back and Pop Warner and shit. I wanted to be like Walter Payton. You know what I'm saying? I thought Jim McMahon was a cool-ass motherfucking dude. You know what I mean? William Perry was cool. John Singletary, you know what I mean? I said John Singletary. Mike Singletary was a hard-ass hitting dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like contact. You know what I mean? When I first started playing. The Bears was there. I didn't grow up with my dad. You know what I mean? If I grew up with my pops, he's an Eagles fan. Maybe I would have liked the Eagles, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I grew up in the house with me, my mom, my aunt, my 2 cousins, you know what I mean, and my sister. You know what I mean?
Football.
Shout out to dads for being
that was it. You know what I mean? Nobody in my
shit.
family actually liked the home team, which would be the Eagles. You know what I mean? My cousin liked the Bills. My other cousin liked the Cowboys. My sister liked the Niners. My mom
Blasphemous.
My mom liked,
the girls liked the team.
Know what I mean? My mom liked the Redskins. Know what I mean? My other aunt liked the fucking Broncos. Know what I mean? So, know what I mean? We all were separated. Know what I mean? And ever since then, I always liked the Bears. Okay. Even though I had to hear that shit, I wasn't the type of dude.
So what he said, there's no real reason why he likes them motherfuckers.
No. What I'm saying is, I mean, I'm not the type of dude to change what I fucking like. I mean, I'm not a bandwagon motherfucking nigga. I mean, I've always been like this since I was a little kid. So if I'm a Bears fan, I'm a Bears fan.
The nigga grew up across the street from
I'm happy for Philly. I mean, I'm happy for him.
Don't like no fucking Philly teams.
Not the 76.
But I mean, but what was it to be happy about?
Listen,
but what was it to be happy about?
Listen.
I like the Knicks, the Yankees, and the Bears. I mean, what was it to be happy about in Philly? Nobody won shit.
One of these kids is doing
not even the Flyers.
He likes the Knicks, the Yankees, and you left the Giants alone?
Yeah, bro. You could at least been a Giants.
You could have just been a Giants fan and just kept it consistent.
I like the Devils because I like the emblem. Know what I mean? It's hockey. Know what I mean? But other than that, all the black sports, nigga, know what I mean?
All right, so before this podcast started, we was having the infamous Kill Bosby conversation, and we was about to get deep, but we was like, we gonna say that for the podcast. But my man Trey has some insight to the whole Kill Bosby situation, and yeah. How you feeling down there, Trey, about that Kill Bosby?
Basically, here's the thing. If the nigga did it,
he did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
He need to be locked up for doing it. Point blank, period. Now,
wait.
Now, I do hate... Go ahead.
He did, listen. Let's be clear, because in this case, this man was not tried for rape. He was not actually tried for rape. No matter what the media is telling you, this nigga was not actually tried for rape.
I get
he was tried for feeling on a titty and rubbing on the pussy. That's what he was tried for.
And that's what they found him guilty for.
And if that's the case...
I mean, that's what they found him guilty for.
If that's what he was tried for and he was found guilty, then that's what they found him.
But should he get 10 years for that? We're all putting out there that he ain't gonna get 10 rapist.
He ain't, first of all, he not gonna do 10. If he got 3 to 10, then gonna do 2.5.
Yeah, 3.
He got to do 3. Yeah. He got to do at least 3.
He gonna do it 3.
85.
I feel like, nigga, honestly, Bill Cosby gonna die on y'all ass in the next 180 days.
he might do that.
I got
I don't
money
wanna
on
put that
too.
on him.
That's fucked up.
I don't want to put that energy on him too, but I feel the same.
All right, but I mean, but how do
saying-
you feel? How you feel about that shit?
See, the main question is this. Okay. People are coming back after somebody did something 40 years. It got to be some statute of limitations somewhere along the lines where, how long can you go? Because even with that whole Brett Kavanaugh or whatever, the judge,
That nigga was 17.
nigga was set,
18.
and like, can we can be held accountable? But see, the fact that they waiting so long is like the whole conspiracy, or like, well, what the fuck are y'all really trying to do here?
Was that like young shit? I mean, everybody doing, and then now we're adults. I mean, you know, I won't
That's
do
what I
that. Don't
said
go.
in
Honestly,
Kavanaugh.
because
And then
that
now
nigga's
you're trying to give me with some
he's a
shit
Republican,
where
right?
all of us acting the
So
fuck
fuck
up.
that nigga.
I'm not even
honestly
trying.
don't give a fuck.
But fair is fair.
if we get-
But
hold up.
fair is fair though. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Cosby.
If we get into real shit, right? None of us are even reflective people till we pass 25. But you fortunate if you doing that shit in your young 20s. But at 17,
Sometimes you don't even know you're doing.
At
You don't even know
17
you're doing
years
some
old,
dumb
yeah,
shit.
Right. You
Doing dumb
have
shit.
no idea that you're doing some ignorant shit. And
That could cause you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or wait a minute, not even cause you. The thing about it in these situations is the woman on the side of that situation who might have been laughing at 17 in your face, in your boy's face.
Yeah.
20 years later, gonna say that shit scarred me for life.
Right.
And I was
And they're
not
like, nah, I
aware
mean,
of
now
that
you're
shit in
this.
that moment.
How come you never gave me that?
Right.
No, not
So
even how
fuck
come.
that.
Like in that moment,
It's a woman's thing. You know what I mean? Like some
Honestly.
women have fucking revenge for the rest of their fucking life.
I'm gonna say
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then when it's their turn to get a chance to be like, well, you know what? Fuck that motherfucker. He left me,
This nigga
and
just lost
I
his
should be
wife.
that. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then next
This
thing
nigga
you
just
know,
lost his girlfriend right here.
Now I mean, then next thing you know, they're coming at you 35 years down the
He
line.
doesn't mean it.
Okay,
He's drunk.
this is what I'm gonna
What
say.
you think, Trey?
Like really, I feel like they actually changing the whole dynamics of the male, female. Like
Definitely.
when you younger, just trying
Definitely.
to
Have
chase
fun.
of
Definitely.
trying to just lose your virginity.
Right.
Because if that is the case, every single man on the face of
Guilty.
this earth can be accused and found guilty of some form of sexual assault. Because
agree.
as a young boy, when you're trying to first get you some, or even if you had some a little bit, and we just young, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So a woman is
Damn.
taught to say no.
Right.
Especially if you're younger. You're
With a good
taught-
dad.
Yeah, if you're taught automatically to say no. It's part of the game that we play.
Right.
So women say no, what you do? You squeeze a little harder, you know what I'm saying? You kiss on
Let
the
me
neck.
get just
Listen,
the tip.
Let me finish. Yeah, you said all these things. You know what I'm saying? We've kind of forced your face into the neck in areas that you know are going to arouse them. Like
telling himself.
these are things. No, nigga, these are things that we've
fucking-
all done. Nigga,
keep on, nigga.
we've all done this as young
Yeah.
men,
No, I
trying to especially like nigga. I ain't talking
Get
about
the
every
pussy.
nigga that's 20, 25, 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like by then you should know some form
Yeah.
of game to where it's like okay, it's
17.
going
Oh,
down.
you know-
but when
you'll know
when
by
you a
then the
young
body language
man
and the subtle
and you
hint.
just trying to get you some, you gonna do anything that
And
you
everything.
possibly can to get her to say yes. Now on the flip side of that, there are a lot of young women who have been put in these situations, and as young men, we did not know that they were fearful
Right.
or scared. And like, okay, if I say no, is this nigga gonna rape me? Or you know what I'm saying? So they allow themselves to do these things, and sometimes they feel in their mind that they forcibly said yes. And
Right.
and again, to us, it was just a game. So you know what I'm saying? We didn't understand that this may have made them feel that way.
And that's a scary thing.
That is a serious thing.
It's been times, and I ain't gonna lie, it's been times where we've all been guilty of pulling our dick out too early.
Right.
Yeah.
Or we thinking that's what
Trying to
what
squeeze
she-
it in.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to hit you in the face with this
Yeah.
shit. My bad. You was
Yeah.
giving me the signal.
Or
I thought
rubbing up on that
smile,
shit.
Or
man.
look, or you take their hand and put it on. And she's like, "What are you doing?" Oh shit!
My bad.
My bad.
So it's
Now
it's but the only difference I can say about myself, and I'm sure from knowing you guys, it wasn't no drugs or no.
No,
And
there
this
was
is at like
But listen,
17.
but listen.
You know,
How many of us, and Trey, I know you, being that you Freaknik, and I done seen us in action when we had some guns around. Think about this. We wasn't trying to get girls open off no drugs, but I for sure made her drink stiffer.
You trying to get off a game.
man, we- I for
you
sure
trying to
made
get
that
off a
drink
game.
stiffer.
Know what I mean?
We
You
all
like,
fucked
motherfucker,
up.
I
We
got
all
game,
drunk.
bitch.
We not we all, but you know, natural thing is whatever is gonna lead us to the promised land, nigga. I'm trying to score the touchdown, and nigga.
I'll tell you I love you if I got to, goddamn
I'm
it.
a chop block a little.
Oh, we fucking. I love you, goddamn it.
Hey, we listen. As men, niggas have all done fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? According to the
Women have
to the standards nowadays. According to the standards nowadays,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? We've all done fucked up shit. But to us growing up before all of this shit, it was just what we did to try to get some ass.
Like
That's
how many?
It was a thrill of the hunt.
How many of y'all played house growing up?
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody house. I played job. I played.
Wait. Even worse than that, and we played this shit when we was like 10, 11. Hide and go get it.
High go get it.
Hide and go.
You weren't
get
really
it.
getting shit with some friction,
Right.
but
Yeah.
you got
getting
it.
a hump. Nigga, but I'm getting a hump on I'm getting my little pecker hard.
There might have been a little bit more than friction though. Sometimes if the girl liked you, you might have rubbed some parts and slipped into some shit. That you
they be
know
waiting for you to catch them.
According
They
to
like, catch me,
today's
catch me.
standards, we will all be charged guilty for playing hide and
Go get it.
hell yeah,
Hold on, listen to it. They hide
And you go get it.
You go get it.
That's why I asked that
And when you
question.
find them, what you do? You grab
You
the
humble.
kitties, hump them,
Yes, nigga, you go get it.
I got you. I got you.
yo,
Ah,
but you know how that started off.
Wait. And in the game,
After that, that's becoming.
they have consented,
They
have
consented.
become willing participants in
Yeah.
being chased and gotten.
Because
Yeah,
you
exactly.
asked the question, you
And
said,
then 30
yo,
years later-
how many of y'all want to play high go get it?
I do.
Exactly. And then, I mean, the next thing you know, 30 years later, he got me. He was rubbing up on me while we was playing
when
hide
we were
and go
13,
get it.
he felt my titties and I didn't like
And look,
it.
and a white judge don't know what that. If it was a black judge, think about, oh, nigga, I played that
I
too.
play hide and go get it.
White
Like,
judge.
oh, that was hide and go get it, goddamn
Just play hide
it.
and
Not
go get it.
guilty.
White judge don't know what high go get it is.
White folks,
Rape.
listen, white folks, I don't think other races even know what hide and go get it
Nah,
is.
that
That is
was
a
black.
black thing. So let me quickly explain to any of our non-black guests who don't know what hide and go get it is. It was a game that we played as children.
You pick a count number.
No, listen, I don't know how y'all play. We played ours like hide and go seek. So it was like,
Yeah.
yo,
You
it was
gotta be
like boys
I'm
against
gonna
girls.
count to 30.
I'm going to count, you going to hide, and if you find a girl, you freak her. You grab her titty, you grab
it.
her ass, you hump, you do whatever you possibly can, and it
Everything.
was all good.
And listen, depending on your relationship, and this is how y'all know that this is how real niggas know to hide and go get it, because you playing that shit with some girls that you wanted to get it
Exactly.
with. And usually
And you chase
in hide
that
and go
one.
get it,
And
the
you
girl
chase that one.
know she fuck with you chasing that one.
Listen,
when you
nigga,
caught
know what I
that
mean?
shit, it wasn't just no feeling, no ass.
Nah,
no
nigga,
feeling.
nah,
You
nah,
was getting on
listen.
some sucking titties
Nah,
shit.
listen,
nigga.
cause
I
know what I mean, what you would do was, know what I mean, before y'all try to go get it, you know what I mean, you'll pile up,
I ain't suck no dick.
listen, know what I mean, listen,
you was 13.
I was dry humping and squeezing.
I was
That's
dry
all I
humping, too.
did. And
these niggas, me too, niggas. Know what I mean, but anyway, know what I mean, what you would do was, know what I mean, you'll pile up with your niggas and you be like, nigga, I got Keisha, you got Sean. Know what I mean, he be like, I got Charlotte. Know what I mean, everybody knew who the fuck they was going to go
Exactly.
get. Know what I mean, and as soon as they said 30, you be like, nigga, go. Know what I mean, and everybody went and got the person they was supposed to get.
Until it was an odd number.
You might come back home,
nigga that teamed up with somebody
That's the
else.
third wheel.
You see what I'm saying?
And Keisha be like, no, nigga.
Them two
Them the
niggas
two
can't
niggas
run
that
for
you gonna
Supreme
find in the
Court.
Me Too trial.
Right,
nigga.
they can't run for Supreme Court.
Know what I mean? And that nigga got shot and she like, no, nigga, you ain't get me, no.
Or they call timeout. The chick called before you
Yeah,
get
we went time out.
That was basically, nigga, I'm not fucking.
That was
I'm
like,
not fucking with
I
you.
want you. I want Trey.
But yeah,
man.
with the Bill Cosby shit though, yeah, my man, that DA, that whole situation, like your man lightweight got.
He got the short end of the stick as far as with that particular. But
With
it's
that
basically
case
they got
specifically.
him this time for the other
All
shit
the
that they
shit that
should
he
have
did
got him
before,
for.
right.
So whatever you do in the dark, we all know is going to come to light. It just took Bill Cosby years because Hollywood already knew what was going on. So my point is,
Man, he was playing high.
what is this conspiracy part about it? Why they just said, okay, now is
Right.
the time to
I don't
take
think it
him
has
down?
nothing to do with him trying
That's
to buy
because-
NBC.
No,
and all that.
I don't
It
even
got-
think
it got
that
shit
is-
to do with that shit.
But-
So what does
I think he might have promised him some shit and they ain't get it, and then and I mean they see him about to shine. Now I mean that's what any chick. Now I mean like now I mean that's like a baby mom.
Honestly,
Now I mean that's like a baby mom. Like I don't want to see that motherfucker shine. Now I mean fuck
out.
that.
This
Now I
is-
mean so.
Honestly, that's what I think. I think it has nothing to do with the system of he bought trying to buy NBC. What it was is one one bitch that sat around and said, "This nigga promised me some shit and he never gave it to me." And you know what?
I was supposed to be on the
I'm
Cosby
mad.
Show.
And somebody, she was
Hannibal
talking to somebody.
Buress.
She was talking to
I don't
somebody.
think it was his fault. I think Hannibal Buress.
Listen, Hannibal Buress brought that shit up as a joke, doing
Right, I
whatever.
think he brought
He
it up
was
as a
doing
joke.
his bit. You know what I'm saying?
But
No,
then
I'm not
that
gonna
shit-
blame Hannibal Buress.
But then that put the light on him.
Unfortunately, listen, no,
That
time
put
out,
the
time
light
out.
on him.
Unfortunately,
I don't think that put light on him.
Nigga, it did put the light on him,
Listen,
nigga.
listen, no,
You ain't hear
what
shit
happened
about
was-
that. I mean, Trey, tell him.
I'm gonna tell you what happened was, unfortunately,
Nigga.
at that time when Hannibal Buress did his joke, there was a
Pending case.
writer. What do you call it? A journalist.
Right.
A journalist who was
Talking
in
about
the
that shit.
audience that heard that shit, and then they was like, you know what? That's some bullshit. And they went and started writing about it again and doing, you know how journalists do, digging up shit and trying to find
and then
out
that
information
and
all
that's
kinda
when
shit.
girls started coming
And-
out
and then,
saying,
and then
"Yo,
that's what jumped that shit off. So it was then once they got that shit going and he started writing about it, I'm telling you, there was some angry bitch. I didn't really follow the case a whole lot, but there's somebody mad that he didn't do something that he promised them years ago, and they figured this is my opportunity
But what's
to
crazy
get his
is-
ass back,
what's-
and then they started it. And guess what?
But
It was a
Hannibal
bunch of
Buress
other
started
What's
bitches
crazy
who got
is- what's-
fucked
okay.
and who got promised some shit that they didn't get.
But
and
Hannibal
they
one day
started.
he went
I
to
mean,
jail
the thing
for-
when he
Hannibal
was trying
did
to
his
say,
job as a comedian.
All
He didn't know
Hannibal
who was
did-
fuck
all
was in his
Hannibal did
audience,
was-
nigga. You don't, as a comedian, you don't go
You
around
don't
and say,
know.
"What do you do for a living,
All
sir?"
Hannibal
Before I
was-
start doing my show, what do you do?
I rate bitches.
Hannibal
That nigga did his
situation
fucking job.
like this. Hannibal's situation like this. That nigga Hannibal was a new nigga in Hollywood or a semi-new nigga in Hollywood.
And he
ended
seen
up-
some shit.
And ended up being around conversation that he was like, wait a minute, what?
that sound like rape.
And that nigga went and did a joke about that
Right,
shit.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
So all he
And
did
then
was
that
his
shit came
fucking
out.
job.
But I'm
So
saying, with
we
Bill
ca-
Cosby, when you talking about
Yeah, I mean,
the
y'all
whole,
right.
it was an
Y'all
angry
right.
chick. The chick that he went to jail for just now got 13 million off of him prior
But
to
we're not
this.
talking about
Wow.
just now. I'm talking about
Wow.
when the whole shit kicked off. And then one bitch got mad. That's what I'm telling you. This shit started with one female who got mad and saw that shit and was like, you know what? I'm about to jump on this shit because this nigga promised me some shit and I never got it. So every bitch that came out was a bitch that
Stop
probably
calling them bitches.
I'm speaking my mind, nigga. Every
Now
bitch
Trey's
that came
feeling
out,
that
nigga,
alcohol.
nigga.
Trey has joined dice at the party.
It's a serious,
I'ma say,
serious
nigga,
situation.
listen. Because here's the thing, like, I don't really have a position on either side of the argument. I honestly feel that both people are at fault.
Niggas and bitches.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, you did fucked up shit. You did fucked up shit by waiting so fucking long.
Right.
And it's just like, yo, I'm gonna expose both these motherfuckers. So
Both of 'em,
I don't have neither one of
Niggas and
them's back.
bitches.
I'm not saying Bill Cosby's the nigga. Fuck that. If you did that shit, nigga, you's a grimy motherfucker in your ass, nigga. You deserve to be where the fuck you
Right,
at.
right.
Out of you, period. And if you's a bitch that waited fucking 30 years, you stupid
wrong
as
too.
fuck.
You
Yes, for
wrong
waiting
too.
this motherfucking long. You should have did that shit right when the shit kicked off.
Well, now, fellas, let's keep it 100 and like nice and PC and shit. You know, some of these young ladies who are victims, you know, some of the trauma, some of the what do you call it, PTSD.
It's like a
symptoms.
delayed-
Yeah, it's like a delayed reaction.
Ain't none of them bitches victims, honestly. in my opinion.
I
You can get mad at me
Niggas
if you
and
want.
bitches.
I personally
Check it
feel
out.
that in
People
Bill
out there, if you
Cosby's
listening
case-
to me, you can get mad if you want. Ain't none of them bitches victims. Bill Cosby ain't
Niggas
a
and
fucking
bitches.
victim.
Let's
them bitches
be
did some
very
trifling
clear.
shit.
Let's be-
trying to get put the fuck on.
Exactly.
That nigga did some trifling shit.
Trying
just
to
trying
be
to
like
get some
pussy.
ass and
Yeah.
on some old freaky ass
So you
shit.
had
In Bill
two
Cosby's
all
case,
them motherfuckers
I
is
would
fucked
never.
up.
In Bill Cosby's
Niggas and
case,
bitches.
I would say a lot of them women either knew or had some inkling of what they were getting themselves
Absolutely.
into
Right.
when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
was fucking with Bill
They said
Cosby.
they was going over there with an empty stomach. They was like, I'm about to let this Spanish fly get all the way
so
in
you
mine.
know you're gonna be high as hell.
Because you know they talk.
stupid as
You
shit,
know they
nigga.
talking like,
Yeah.
girl, he going drug.
Like, listen, bitch, he got lines, he got Spanish fly,
half
he got
them bitches-
drink, bitch. Like,
listen,
we're about to get fucked
Half
up.
them bitches is mad because they
I
don't
might fuck
remember
Bill
what
tonight.
happened to go
Bitch,
tell their
I'm fucking
friends
Bill
about
tonight.
it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, bitch,
Now, I mean, another bitch might be mad because her friend fucked Bill and she didn't fuck.
She woke up the next morning. They was like, bitch, how was it with Bill? I don't know, bitch. I passed the fuck.
No.
Right.
One bitch was like, how was it with Bill last night? That shit was crazy. Oh, fuck that. He was supposed to fuck me last night. Wanna know what? I'm telling bitches he gave me the Spanish fly on some hate shit.
Now you just started a whole nother.
Nigga, you started some other shit.
Nigga, listen.
You started some other
But
shit.
I
I mean,
went with,
but that's
I
how
went with
shorties
the
be though.
allegations.
They be hitting niggas.
You
so?
just created a whole nother scenario for Bill Cosby by saying bitches accused this nigga of raping them. They wasn't even affiliated with the nigga.
Exactly, nigga. I'm trying to help my nigga.
You trying to help a nigga that
It's too
that
late.
pill bitches?
It's done.
Right.
It's
I think the main shocking part about it all is that we still thinking Cliff Huxtable is
America's
That's what
dad.
kills me.
America's
Think
about
dad.
it.
that's all
It's
it
like,
is.
nigga,
He's America's dad.
it's a fucking character.
Yeah.
But nah,
Nigga,
but
if
nah.
you
But he is from North Philly.
I understand. Listen, but
He is a nigga.
Here's the things that people get confused about with TV, and I still to this day don't understand it. You can make somebody be whatever the fuck you want to be with a pen and paper. You know what I'm saying? So somebody can be as good and they can be America's dad, but again, it's a character that is fictional that somebody has created and made up. These are not these people for real. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But as
People don't realize
as
that.
fans and as viewers, a lot of times
You got people
they
in,
get
like,
that shit mixed up
North
and they
Dakota.
connect themselves so much with that character. Of a lot of times in the lack of shit, the shit that they're lacking in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So they look to these TV characters for shit that they wish they can have, or people
they think
wish
that
they
shit
knew, or
real.
whatever.
Shit ain't
and
real.
and they try to connect themselves with that person.
What I will say in Bill Cosby case, and again, you can't connect Bill Bixby to the Hulk, but Bill Cosby did a lot of good shit. Bottom line.
It's not
Bottom line,
Listen,
like he
check
did
it
a
out.
lot of good
Listen.
shit. Bottom line, like
People
I get
can-
it. He did a whole lot of rapey shit, but
Okay,
there is
I'm
at least 2, possibly 3 generations of black people that went to college solely off of Bill Cosby.
I understand that. Okay, now just let me make this connection in a world that we all understand. There's a listen. I didn't hear what he said.
I said it's a different world.
It's a different world.
So let me connect this in a way that we all can understand. There's a lot of people who know me right now that can say, yo, that's a good nigga. He's done this. He's done that. He's cool. He did this for me. He did that for me, whatever. There is somebody back in the day that can look at me and say,
Fuck that nigga.
that motherfucker
I'ma kill him
fucked
when I
my
see him.
life up.
I
Or
know
that
one of them.
you know what I'm saying?
I know
That
one of
motherfucker did, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Fuck that.
what I'm saying is sometimes the good things that we do, you know what I'm saying? Because as people, we do bad things. So the human side of you should actually try to go and do good things to try to outweigh some of that bad that we do.
Right.
But the end of the day is the good that we do, sometimes it doesn't overshadow the bad that
bad,
we do
yeah.
that has brought harm to somebody
So
else.
you can send
But at the
1,000
same
kids to
time,
college,
in
but if you
reverse,
rape one
but at-
person, that don't equal that
And see,
rape.
that's my
right,
problem
it's-
with that.
it's-
That's
nigga,
that's my problem.
Nah,
that's
it's
my
too-
problem.
You can't be raping
If
no
it was
goddamn
your
body.
kid, let me
There's
ask you a
no
question.
balance.
So let me ask you a
Nah,
question.
nah,
It's too
nah.
much
Just,
of
hold
a
on.
crime.
I know where
Let
you're
me
gonna
make
go
it
with
personal.
it.
Let me
Yeah,
make
if
it
it was
That
my
shit
personal.
son,
outweighs
I get it.
everything, nigga.
Exactly.
If
That
it was
shit
my
outweighs
son,
all that.
With Bill Cosby doing all of these
Bill
wonderful,
Cosby
great
wouldn't have fucked
things.
my son. First of all, he was fucking women.
It don't matter. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let-
We talking
I'm
about
just
in general,
saying
nigga.
because I'm just trying to. You don't have a daughter,
I
so I'm
get
just
it.
saying. So if that was your son that said, "Hey, Dad, this motherfucker touched me," with
Saying
all of
Dustin.
those wonderful,
Well, here's the thing,
all,
here's
let
the
me
thing,
listen.
here's the
Well,
thing,
all
here's
of
the
those
thing.
wonderful things outweigh that because it's, you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Here's
you
the thing.
goddamn
Here's
right.
the thing. There's 2 things
That nigga gotta
that are
die.
if we're going to deal with it objectively from the real Bill Cosby's perspective. If I had a daughter that was of age, because he was fucking grown ass women.
Yeah.
And my daughter, with grown ass daughter, was going out doing mannish fucked up shit with Bill Cosby.
That's your fault as a
and
father.
I might have to. I will
no.
empathize with my daughter, but you was grown and knew that you was out doing coke. or
That
whatever
and you
with
know what I
Bill
mean, and you
Cosby.
fucked up as a father because
If she was a
because
child,
she shouldn't be
that's
there.
one thing.
She shouldn't
but
be
if
there.
she's 24 years old and ended up with
Nigga,
Bill
bitch,
Cosby doing the
what,
Quaaludes and shit,
That don't mean you fucked up as a
mean,
parent.
it do.
Listen, it's a lot of great parents out here who just got fucked up kids.
I mean, shit. Know what I mean, but you gotta break it in their
listen,
motherfucking head.
a lot of
let
my
them know.
homies, nigga, a lot of
Know what
my
I mean, let
homies-
these
a
motherfuckers
lot
know.
of
Like,
my homeboys had
let these
great
bitches
moms.
know how the
If
fucking
they
shit
came from a
is.
single parent home, some of them had 2-parent homes, and some of them niggas just wanted to follow the streets and be fucked up ass niggas.
Right.
Nigga, that's the facts.
Nah,
so
that's
you
parenting.
can't always no nigga.
It
You
is.
can't nigga.
It ain't.
Listen,
It is. I
I'm
don't
telling
agree.
you firsthand, nigga. I've seen niggas who had great parents, and these niggas still end up in the
they
penitentiary.
lost control.
Yeah, me too.
They lost
I
control.
have
It don't got nothing to do with the parenting though.
Always.
I think you
Sometimes
just-
it do.
I think
Sometimes it
that-
don't.
No, but
I
I'm
think it is.
talking in the case of when you have 2 good parents.
Right.
I've seen niggas go to college and want this street lifestyle and get killed.
But sometimes,
I got killed freshman year in college. He wanted to sell. He wanted to be a dope dealer, turn into a dope dealer.
In
school.
And parents had money.
But sometimes people want to live that life, but the people who's already in that life don't want that motherfucking life. So therefore, they're gonna do other things to get the fuck out of it. Most of the time when you see shit like that, it's motherfucking people who parents don't give a fuck. And they let the kids run the street, or it's motherfucking parents, who got kids and they give them too much, and therefore, they want to see the other side, and they start doing dumb shit.
There's always two.
I seen that shit, nigga. I've been through it.
I've seen it.
No, it was
I'm saying because I've had friends from both. I had my homeboy Eric. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Parade Park. You know what I'm saying? His home life situation as a youngster, it wasn't always stable. He would stay with different homies in the hood or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Eric saw that shit and he realized, I don't want to sell dope. I can't think of a day that Eric ever sold dope, but he could have used that as an excuse to do this and that. But instead, when he didn't start playing football until high school. He took that, he got a little scholarship. He got a fucking degree from college. He came back and he got his own fucking business, and now he's doing big things.
I'm not saying
you know
that shit for everybody,
and then
bro.
I had my other homeboy.
I'm not saying for everybody.
I had my other homeboy who had both his parents in. You know what I'm saying? His parents was older, so he just took advantage of them because they were older. You know what I'm saying? He did whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He was influenced by the streets. He was influenced by what he saw then and what he felt was tangible at that time. So you can't always blame it on the fucking parents.
You can't. Just like the
no
kid.
telling what happened to any of these motherfuckers outside their home.
Exactly.
In
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
Because
like,
to be honest, you have more influence now from your peers.
Yeah.
Because you're spending more time with your peers than you are with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because especially if they both working, then you in school, whatever. So your peers really, it's a point in time in your life, all of us, who peers influence you more than your parents.
fact.
And you just got, that's why it's important about
That's
who
why.
your circle.
That's why it's a lot of gangs and shit too.
It's
You know
worse
what I mean?
now
That's why
because
it's a lot of
you think
gangs.
In our day, you know, if you 35 or older, in our day when you was young in your teenage years, when your friends went home, if you didn't have a phone or you couldn't call these
You go over there.
But I'm saying you didn't see them. Nowadays, when your friends go home, they're on Instagram. The
Right.
whole, you know what I'm saying? You're connected to these motherfuckers 24
hours a day.
Yeah,
It's-
right.
It's
you're
not
right.
the same.
It's just like the white kid, man, that lived out in Palos Verdes. He was with the two. He joined the Crips. White boy, affluent family, joined the Crips, whatever, doing videos and shit like this. Very well kid. Anyway, him and his other, black, gang member friends, whatever, they killed somebody. Now, of course, the black friends got locked up. He got off.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because they said
didn't know that.
he had an
was
infatuation,
influence, yeah.
influence, whatever. He didn't know no better type
So
of
the black kids didn't have the same influence.
In other words, the white kid had a great lawyer.
Yeah. But that's
and the
the
black
type of
niggas
shit.
got represented by the fucking public defender.
Yeah. So,
Don't get caught up doing no dumb shit, man.
I'm telling you, man, kids, hey, listen, in today's society, there is too many opportunities for black people, for anybody, for that
Any
matter.
people,
Listen,
any
because I'm
people.
going to say for anybody. So stop using your situation and your circumstances
As an
excuse to wild the fuck out, to do stupid shit, to say, oh, I didn't have a father, this,
Make
that,
it
this.
better.
Guess what? You can get online nowadays at 10, 12 years old and create a fucking business online. You know what I'm saying? There's
keeps your ass
too
paid.
many ways for us to make money. There's too many ways for you to do
To be
better in
successful.
your life and be successful.
Right.
Stop using your circumstance as an excuse to fuck your life up. Period.
Words
I
from the
agree.
Every last one of us
Uncle
up
Trey.
here are living proof that you can do it, and we did it before there was a time of fucking
And
internet
we
or
all some
any
street
fucking
niggas.
I will
apps
say
or
this.
anything like
I will
that.
say
We
this.
all some street niggas.
I will say this in closing on that. Due to the fact that this weekend is real special for me, do not ever listen to nobody's timetable for you.
Oh, I like that.
Always understand this.
I like that.
Nothing nobody else is doing in their life. Nothing. There's no time schedule that you are on in your life for you to get to where you're supposed to be going. If you
Facts.
stay
Right.
working, you stay grinding at what it is that you want to get to. That shit, everybody, the wackest
Whatever it is.
motherfucker
Have a
is
dream.
gonna get his
What it
5
is,
minutes
whatever
to
it
try
is, and
at whatever the fuck that you
Just
are
have a
applying
path.
yourself to.
Yeah.
Just stay
Pick
with
your path,
path.
and go at that shit.
God
And
has
don't
a
listen
path.
to nobody. Everybody gonna have an opinion. Everybody. Your people that love you the most gonna have a negative opinion or even a positive. Everybody gonna have an opinion. Stay
Now,
on your shit.
Hold on, time out. With that being said, also too, sometimes your dream ain't always supposed to be your reality. You You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people have dreams that really you're not supposed to be doing. So also leave yourself open for other things because that also too can make you successful.
That's just the journey of God. You know what I'm saying? Like you might want certain things, but God has a different journey for you, and you start to realize that once things start happening. So therefore, you can never question God. Just keep going on along with your life and try to stay as positive as you can.
And another thing, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dice.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to stop sharing our dreams.
Yeah.
You know, and I heard who I heard say this
in
because,
Hollywood.
you know, when you dream by yourself.
Yeah.
And then you wake up, you try to tell somebody your dream, and the shit don't make sense. You're
It's like when you try to tell the story that you just seen and it don't make sense how funny it was.
But so your dream is not gonna always make sense to anybody
or everybody.
So you know, just do what you do, put that time in, and God will show you them signs whether or not you going in the right direction.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what you got to do.
That's real.
What's up, man.
So, hey man, I do appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you, brother. You already know, man.
What you got coming up though, Trey? I mean,
what you got coming up? Tell the people where they can find you. All the little information.
You know,
drop that shit.
Instagram comedian Trey Elliot, Facebook Trey Elliot. You know, I just did Montreal, the Just for Laughs comedy festival. The LOL network. So my special is gonna be on Kevin Hart network.
It's gonna be on Kevin Hart shit.
Yeah.
On the LOL.
That's dope.
G King did that, right?
No. G King did Heart of the City. Yeah, he did a joint called Heart of the City, which was on Comedy Central. The joint I did in Montreal is going to be on his digital platform on the LOL joint.
That's dope.
So there, you know, got the Laugh Mob Laugh tracks that's on right now, and just shows, man. Just continue doing more shows, man.
My nigga Trey out here doing his thing.
Where can the people follow you at? We trying to get them in.
He just told you, nigga.
Instagram comedian Trey Elliot. Trey TREYELLIOT. Yeah.
Stop talking over me. It's called reiteration.
Yeah.
It's the hood shit, nigga. I mean,
Trey Elliot. TREYELLIOT, y'all. Follow me, man. Yeah.
On all platforms, Trey Elliot.
Thanks for coming through, man. This has been another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dice the Barber.
Cushion the motherfucking building.
And we'd like to thank our host,
Trey Elliot, baby.
Peace. And we out this bitch.
Motherfucker. Let's go.
Bitch.